I'm here with Kyle Virgei, another Avon Laker.
Hello.
He is honored to be the second guest on our
Number 2
on our podcast. The 10 people will probably watch this, and then it'll start snowballing, and then everybody
might blow up. You know,
you never know.
It might get out there.
You never know.
Netflix documentary.
So I wanted to bring you on because I've known you for 25 years or so.
25, I'd say.
Your grandpa lived 2 doors down from us in Avon Lake.
He sure did.
You taught me how to hit a baseball because I did not know how to do that.
Jim Tomey style.
I did. Yeah, you like that. What was your nickname that my sister and I used to call you when we were little?
All right, for the record, it was clown feet. But I did grow into my shoes
You did.
as of recent, probably 2 years ago,
Yeah.
finally.
Yeah, you had some huge honking feet when you were little. I don't know how you did triple
big
over
hands,
that.
big feet, man.
That's right, that's what they say, big socks.
That's right. Winter gloves.
So I always like to talk about being a dad on this because I'm as you know, I've got 4 children. You were with me the day after I found out, or was it the day?
It was the day.
It was the day. You're right.
It was like an hour later, maybe.
Yeah, I found out.
You were showing me a house.
Yeah, I found out that we were having twins, and I went to show you a house in Westlake, and then you and I got drunk at Dover Gardens Tavern.
Immediately went to the bar after that house.
Yeah, that was fun. That was good.
It's a good time.
Yeah,
it's a good moment.
Yeah, I love that bar. We gotta go back.
Yes, we will. We'll be back.
And eat beer and
Plug.
Eat chicken wings. Yeah, hopefully. I'm hoping people will I'm hoping I get local sponsors. Like the DGT will sponsor me.
Keep plugging. They're gonna keep knocking, man. That's it.
Go eat. Well, I don't want a bunch of people there because I like my bar being not busy.
6 feet rule.
Yeah,
whatever it is.
Yeah,
That's still in effect.
That's still in effect. Although the curfew's gone, right? Could you stay out for forever now?
You can. You can.
Well, hopefully. I can't wait to get that shot. So just inject it right into me. Give me the Johnson
couple shots, but may not be the shot.
Just some Jameson.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you how's life being a cat dad as a pilot that's away all the time.
I have 1 cat, and I'm a uncle to a cat. It's been pretty good.
You have to tell everybody about the watering station you have for your cat. Isn't it the watering station?
I got it all. The food, the feeder, the treats.
And you can do it from your phone, right?
You do it from your phone anywhere in the world. You get Wi-Fi. It just makes life as a traveler a little bit easier being a cat dad.
There's a camera in one of them, right? Is there a camera
both
in
of
one
them?
There's a camera
both
in both
of them. You got to get all angles. Hey, because when you sell me that house, I've got to have eyes.
Yeah, you got to have eyes.
You know
everywhere.
what I mean?
I don't even know what the point of having that to watch those cats would be. I think it's hilarious that you watch your cats.
What if someone broke in?
That's right.
And you got to check on them.
So it dispenses. So you hit a button and it'll dispense the food too.
Exactly. It'll portion out the food and it shoots out treats. If you just want to go light, you should get some for your kids. Though it'd be great.
No, that's
when we're out at Dover Centers.
Yeah, Dover Gardens Tavern.
Get taverns.
They make these little puffs for kids, and I don't know if you've ever seen them before, but they melt so they don't choke. And it's the same thing. It's like tender vittles. It'd be the same. It's the same idea. It would just come shooting right out of the feeder, and they're good to go.
We could use some of those.
The problem is Annie is crawling on everything, and she's trying to start to walk. So she'll climb up on stuff. We have to throw pillows behind her because I don't want her to crack her head open on the.
She's anything like you. We're all
gonna
have to pad that whole house.
First,
do you guys sell padded houses? You should start selling kids' rooms, padded rooms. I want to coin that on the show.
I'm thinking about that.
Yeah.
I think that would be a good idea because. It's so funny when I go to other people's houses and they have everything kid-proofed, and it's like international.
Do you have the locks and the
No. We used to. So we had them with Mikey, and we were very diligent about having the things and the light sockets and the cages up and everything. And then once he started running around the house, we were just screw it. So we never really had it with Sophia, and with the twins, it's just
chaos. Yeah, let them go.
The big kids will watch the little kids.
Learn the hard way, build the immunity system.
They'll be fine.
It's all right.
Well, when they had 50 kids in farm country back in the 1800s, they just let them do whatever they wanted.
Hey, we all turned out all right, didn't we?
Well, I wouldn't say all right. We're okay.
Here we are.
So you're a pilot.
I am.
And I want to talk to you a little bit about that because it's kind of cool. Because not every day you get to speak with a pilot. So
sure.
why did you? When did you know you wanted to be a pilot, and then why did you become a pilot?
Remember when we lived 2 doors down from my grandparents? I'd go over there. He actually had the original flight simulator and a little joystick. So we were hitting baseballs. I was also trying to land a Learjet, yeah. And I was about 15 years old, and my grandma gets all the grandkids $200 for Christmas, and I'm the oldest. She got me a flight lesson, so I don't know, it must have rubbed off, but I started doing it about once a week in high school, taking lessons. I don't know, you probably remember.
Yeah, I remember.
And came college time, man, I didn't know what I wanted to do, so went to Kent State and went from there. So probably I started flying when I was 15.
You started flying when you were 15?
15 years old.
And you just fell in love with it?
Yeah. I didn't know what else I wanted to do.
Yeah, because I remember you having a hard time, like even when you got out of college, I mean, I vaguely remember you having a hard time finding a job, which I always thought was weird.
It was 07, 08.
Yeah.
You know, the market crash. Good that you guys weren't selling houses back then.
Yeah, I know, right? It was a great time for everybody.
Yeah. So it backed up. But I instructed. Yeah, I taught for almost 4 years.
I remember you been an instructor for a while.
Yeah, out in Chicago, then came back home down at Burke Lakefront there, and I got in the regional airlines of 2012, December of 2012, and lost my job due to the COVID this past year, and then flying freight now.
Yeah, so talk a little bit about the flying freight thing, because that seems like it's kind of a cool job.
Well, yeah.
All things considered.
Good times.
It's a little more international, right, than you're used to?
Yeah, they go all over the world, especially right now, real busy with the vaccine, we do a lot for DHL and just ad hoc as well. But it's some big planes, load them up, you go all over. So kind of scheduled, kind of unscheduled. But they go pretty much everywhere in the world.
If you, I always like to ask this question because I always think what else I would want to do with my life. If you couldn't be a pilot tomorrow, what would you do? Like if you couldn't do anything flying, like what would be if there was another dream job that you had or a dream occupation, what would it be tomorrow if you couldn't fly anymore?
That's a good question. I should think about this more often because it could happen.
Well, that's great, but I love the fact that you're so. Some people love what they do and they don't think of anything else and they stay in that sector, which I always love. I always have that thing where I have to have like a second scam going on.
That's it,
just in case something crazy happens.
Entrepreneurship. It's an entrepreneur.
Yeah. So I always make the joke, like if I lost my real estate license tomorrow, I would just go back into a kitchen and start cooking. And probably go back to school and get an MBA or go to law school or do something crazy. Right. But I would always have a what would happen tomorrow if I lost my real estate license.
Yeah, man, good question. I would say I'd probably have to go get my master's. I finished my bachelor's, but I've always loved the human factors, the psychology, and advertising. Manipulating, I can get someone in the store and have them buy what you want. You lead them right to it. But no, I really like I love advertising. I love stuff like that. I'd say I'd probably get into that. Would be my backup. Definitely have to get revamped. Shit, I haven't been to school in it's been some years.
I know that's that's the other weird thing. Like when's the last? I mean, I didn't go back to school. I mean, I went to get my real estate license, but it's only 160 hours or whatever. It's not like taking a whole semester or something like that.
Can you imagine going like 2 or 3 years back? What would we do?
It would be. I haven't been in school in 13 years or so, 12 years. I can't even imagine going back and sitting in a classroom.
Get a bag.
And learning from an instructor again. I'm so loud. I'm like a wild dog at this point.
Something tells me not much would change, especially if we're in the same class again together.
Yeah, I don't think there would be a lot of work getting done.
So what was that? What did we take in high school together? Mr. P.
What's it?
Not biology.
No, it was physics. We were in physics class. That's right.
Physics together.
I would always come in late to physics because we used to have lunch. My lunch was before that.
Oh, yeah,
remember
you're not making yourself on time after lunch.
It was never on time.
No.
Speedway hot dogs.
Roll in.
Playing Tiger Woods golf.
Oh man, that was a good time. That wasn't our senior year, was it? Sophomore or junior?
That might have been junior. I think that might have been junior year. I think physics was junior year. Because I don't remember taking anything hard my senior year. I think at that point it didn't really matter.
Right.
You were done. Right. So you fly. So this is a good question for you. If the plane crashed and you were on a deserted island, what book would you want? What TV show would you want to watch? What musical artist would you listen to? And what movie do you want to watch? You're only on the island for 365 days. So it's not like you're on there forever. You're just on there for a year. So you've got to have one book, one musical artist, one TV show, and one movie to watch. Tell me.
One book, one musical artist.
One TV show,
Can anyone handle that for 365? All right, the book would be How to Cook Local Delicacies.
The Island Cookbook.
The Island Shrimp and Crab.
I like that. Island Cookbook.
So we'll do the Island Cookbook. The movie would be... That's good. I got to go back to the movie.
Yeah.
What was the other two? The
TV show and musical artist.
TV show.
Yeah. Like if there's one TV show that you're like, I got to watch it. I love it.
Right now, what I have to finish it is Ozark. I need to finish Ozark.
Okay. I like Ozark. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good show.
Or
That first season's good.
A cooking show on how to...
The
local
you're just going to
delicacy.
keep packing it on top of each other. I like that.
What, oh man, movie?
You could just watch Chopped on the island for a
Movie
TV show.
would be Dumb and Dumber, man. That's my favorite.
That's your favorite
That's
movie?
my absolute favorite movie.
I love that.
That's my absolute favorite movie. Chopped would be a good one.
Chopped would be a
and
musical artist.
Oh man, Jimmy Buffett.
Really?
Let's go. We're on an island.
This is what I want to listen to. Yeah, I want the island.
Come on, man.
You wouldn't make it 3 months.
No.
You'd drown yourself.
365 days of the parrot, man.
Oh, you would drown. You'd be like, no shirt, no... What else does he say?
A nice Corona,
Cheeseburger in paradise?
Yeah.
You would drown yourself in a
no,
second.
I would, yeah.
You'd never make it.
It'd
be like that scene in Castaway.
Corona.
You've seen Castaway, right?
Oh, yeah.
With Tom Hanks. I love that movie. With that scene
I see
where
what you're getting at here.
he goes and has to go get the piece of wood off the mountain because he was trying to see if he could hang himself.
Yep.
Yeah, that would be you. You would be up there after 3 months of Jimmy Buffett music.
I'm thinking you're right. Maybe I should retune my artist here.
No, I like that.
Rethink that.
No,
I get with the mood, man. I get in the zone, you know? I'm one of those simpletons.
So
What about you, man?
Me?
First question. I want to hear your answer.
Eddie asked me a little bit this earlier. I would definitely do... So, like, Goodfellas is definitely my favorite movie.
Okay.
Ever.
Not quite an island movie, but I
love it. Yeah, I love it. TV show would probably be Scrubs. I've always loved that show.
It's a classic.
It's a classic. Yeah, it's classic. Musical artist is Bruce Springsteen. There's no doubt about that. I'm listening to The Boss on the Island.
I'm giving you less time than me to...
And the book is The Hobbit. The Hobbit's like my favorite. It was like one of the first books I ever read when I was little, like second grade. I remember the first 2 books I ever read cover to cover: Bram Stoker's Dracula and The Hobbit, which probably explains a lot about me. And
that's it. I give you a week. I give you a week.
The Hobbit's great.
I've never read that one, I must say.
Yeah, I'm even though I love sports and all that stuff, I like sci-fi nerdy
have to get
things.
some old sports tapes out there, right? What would be your sports? Tom Hanks had the volleyball. What would be your pet out there?
Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he had
football.
I'd be a football.
You dress up a football?
Yeah, I would just dress up a football.
That's a good point.
So with your interesting schedule now, how are you filling up your other 2 weeks during the month?
Man, you know what?
Are you going to take up more golf this summer? What are you going to do?
Oh, absolutely. Golfing and fishing, and as much as you can cram in.
Fishing.
Yeah. We've done that.
You got to get your fishing in.
We got to get the fishing in. So, yeah, golf and fishing. But I have actually been, I'm like 2 or 3 months in, and I've been traveling on my off time. So I'd like to probably stay home a little bit. But
it's nice to know that you've got those 2 weeks off because you can kind of take a vacation.
Yeah.
And you don't have children or a wife.
Just a cat.
Just a cat. And you can monitor your cat everywhere.
I can. All over the world.
with all the new fangled cameras and whatever.
And I'll probably get more. I'll keep adding to that. I got how many rooms are in a house, you know? You just got to keep... Maybe the Ring or something. Maybe the other cameras.
So if you had you're the same age as me, right? You're 35.
Yeah.
If you had a time machine, you can go back and talk to 22-year-old Kyle. What would you tell him?
Well,
like what's like one wisdom part besides not getting married?
Well,
we won't dive down that one. Besides that one.
All right. So don't get married.
Yeah.
And always pack an extra pair of underwear. I'd say.
I knew I had to cut you off at the
that was good. The marriage, just wait a little bit. Maybe date a little longer.
Yeah.
You know? Don't get married right away. Give it. What do you think? 2 years, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, I think.
How long were you dating before you got married?
Rans and I dated for like 2.5 years. And we lived together. We lived together for a year before we even.
And that's the key.
I think so too.
That's it.
I think people don't realize what it's like living with somebody else because everybody lives vastly differently. And the other thing, people argue about it all the time. It's money.
Yeah.
Like my wife and I have always been very good at having separate bank accounts and then having a joint one where we pay all of our bills and do all of our stuff.
That's important.
But when she wants to go out and buy whatever she wants to buy, and I get to go out and buy whatever I want to buy, as long as all the bills are paid, who cares?
That's it.
And I think
do
a lot
what you gotta do.
Yeah,
I think she lets you off the leash a little bit. That's why that works.
Yeah, she she kind of has to.
Yeah.
There's like the tighter you try to control me, the worse it gets. So she kind of knows, but she's a wonderful woman.
Right. She's the best.
Yeah.
She's the best.
Yeah.
I remember first meeting her. Our first extravaganza.
Yeah,
it's probably because of me. I would say that you are where you're at right now.
What bar were we at in Lakewood? Was it around the corner? No,
it had to be.
Was it around the corner?
one of the area?
One of them.
We did a little hopping, and then that was the night you dated her.
Yeah, and
that was like the first date, right?
Yeah, and then you try to throw a shoe at the guy that's driving us home.
things happen. He must have been swerving or
You were trying to get him to pay attention.
and I was trying, yeah.
I was trying to get him back on course.
Yeah, so that was...
I remember when you lived in Chicago, you used to text me all the time, like if you'd ever see a Bears player in the bar, because...
I couldn't remember his name.
Yeah, you could, and it was Lance Briggs.
It was Lance Briggs.
I still remember
who's the guy?
Yeah, you're like, who
that
is
sat
this?
next to me and stole my seat. So Lance, if you're watching this, you stole my seat 20 years ago in Chicago.
Did he look like a football player? Because he was kind of short. He was on the short. Lance Briggs was a shorter football player.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't tell. You know what was funny? While he was sitting there, he was on a commercial, and I still didn't even know. He was on a commercial, and then
that sounds like something
the barkeep came up to me and said, "Do you guys know who that was?" And I said, "I have no idea." And
How did you? I mean, did you like living in Chicago? You were there for a while.
About a year and a half.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, one of the best places I've lived. Yeah.
Really?
Great city. Mm-hmm. Lots. It's like an enhanced Cleveland. A lot of food and drink and summer. Probably good for the summer. Not as much in the wintertime, but I would just say it's an enhanced Cleveland.
And you've flown to a lot of cities. If there was somewhere else other than Cleveland you'd want to live, where would it be?
Oh, I gotta go West Coast. My favorite place in the world, Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Yeah.
Right outside of Yellowstone, there's some beautiful areas, but that would be my dream spot, I'd say.
Yeah, how much is real estate out there? Couple $1 million. Those are spicy meatballs out there.
Yeah, the size of this room would probably be $500,000 plus the HOA fee.
Plus
that's the mortgages out here. Mm-hmm. So, damn you, Clint Eastwood, driving that real estate.
Just driving all the price up. If you if you knew you were going to have one last meal, what would it be?
My island seafood, man. I love seafood.
Really? Seafood's your favorite?
Lobster, crab legs, some shrimp.
Are you like
scallops?
Are you a big dessert guy?
No,
not
at all.
Just the savory stuff?
Yeah, I eat dessert on birthdays. Maybe I'll have a slice of cake.
Yeah, you've always tried to keep yourself in good shape.
I try, man. It's tough when you get old.
Well, when you get older, it's terrible.
It is.
Yeah, I look at a cookie and I gain 10 pounds.
That's it. Just don't smell it.
Well, I was eating some cookies earlier today. I decided that if I just don't eat breakfast and mix in like an Oreo, it makes me feel better about everything because I get my sweets.
Extra little cream in the coffee.
That's all you gotta
anymore.
do. Yeah.
But yeah, the winter's here. I gotta invest in a treadmill or something.
I got one of those fitness bikes.
How's that going?
Cheaper one?
Not the Peloton.
No, that's way too expensive for me. I can't have that. I got that My X Fitness bike.
Probably works
it's similar.
The same, right?
That's great.
Works the same.
It's wonderful.
Is anyone barking at you while you're?
So it's not a live. It's not live. So it's like it's a workout that someone's already recorded. So it's not live. But I like it because they're like, here, stand up and crank up the resistance.
There you go.
Yeah, I love it.
And you say no.
Yeah, no,
and
just
you turn it off and you get out of there.
I'm just dying.
The kids are jumping around.
But it's not. It's nice to like just do something for 20 or 25 minutes just to get the heart rate up.
You the morning workout?
I like to do it at night actually. I'm weird. I'm a night guy.
No, I am too. How do people get up at 5 a.m. and?
You know my brother-in-law, which he'll eventually be on here.
We've met before.
Yeah, he for like a year he would get up at like 5 a.m. and go work out, and I don't know.
I knew he was nuts. I didn't know he was that.
Yeah, he's that nuts. Yeah. He's that crazy. I don't understand how anybody could do that.
Oh, he is pretty skinny though.
He
must be working for him. That's the trick. Skip the cereal.
So when are you gonna finally pull the trigger and buy a house with me? What's taking you so long?
Well, I get the emails every day, which thanks. He's the best. He keeps whatever I want. He's there, even if it's just a lunch date.
We like to make our.
I'm thinking this spring and this summer, if my calculations are correct, I think we're going to see some better houses in the area.
I hope so.
But with the whole COVID thing, me losing my job, I'm back in the market now. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping this spring or summer, I'm ready.
So would you, you've flown packages now for a couple months, and you've flown people. What would you rather fly?
Hands down, packages.
Packages.
Hands down. Load me up and go. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. How much different is that plane than the passenger plane?
Yeah, it's about.
Is it bigger?
It's big.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of the weight distribution. It's probably 4 times the size.
Oh, wow.
Four times the weight of the plane I used to fly in the regionals. But
do the bigger planes handle weather better? Like if you hit weather pockets, or is it about the same?
Probably wind and turbulence a little better. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like driving a Corvette in the road versus a big SUV.
That's true.
That's how I can compare it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Caddy, you get a nice Cadillac, so that's probably similar.
What's your favorite plane to fly? Because I'm sure you've flown a bunch.
Yeah, I gotta say the one I'm in now.
Really?
767 is hands down.
The
nicest I've flown.
I've flown many times. I hate flying. And it's not the heights thing; it's the control thing. Like I hate not being in control.
That's it.
So I remember when I texted you once and asked you, "Hey, I've never been on a prop plane before. How are they?" And I think your message back to me was, "Wow, your chances of dying have increased greatly when you get on a prop plane."
Not actually true.
You're just screwing with me.
But I had to mess with you.
Yeah,
right?
you had
I just
to mess
said,
with me.
don't get a window seat and close those blinds. So, you know.
I've flown props twice. Once from Toronto to Thunder Bay, Canada.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to be on the
Interesting
prop
flight.
plane up
It's a
there.
prop plane. And I went
That
on
had
a
to be
prop
fun,
plane.
though. You said it was...
It was cool.
You made it.
It was cool. And then we went from San Francisco to Sacramento on a prop plane.
Yeah.
Which I thought was weird.
They don't really do prop planes anymore. They're actually a lot more efficient than jets.
That's what I've heard.
Short haul. And they're reliable. They're great planes. Just...
Did you see
the
that
public is afraid. They won't...
They are.
That's
People
why.
don't like it.
So you have the jets, the regionals.
Did you see that plane that had the engine on fire that was over Denver? Did you see that video? How crazy was that?
They did a nice job.
They did, right?
Yeah, look, watch out.
Everybody
Going out. Yeah,
everybody's
no, it was... I was actually there the day before. I was in Denver.
Were you really?
On Friday when it happened. Saturday.
Yeah, I think it happened on Saturday.
Yeah, no, I think they did great. Secured it. Who knows what happened? It'll take a while, but they came right back.
Well, those planes got a ton of hours on them, and they sat for a while too. Which
yeah, but
wasn't
those
helpful.
engines, those are probably the most efficient in the industry. I'd say the 777.
Yeah.
But, props to you guys. No pun intended. Jets to you.
Just to you guys. So, what's the plan for the rest of 2021? You gonna get married?
Buy a house. We'll start off with buying a house.
You gonna get married again, or what?
I'm just trying to avoid that question. There's some lucky lady out there.
Just waiting for you.
Maybe not 2021.
Yeah.
But maybe like 2025.
Yeah, a couple more years.
Give it a couple more years, and I probably should pull the trigger again, right?
Yeah, you probably should.
We ain't getting any younger, that's for sure.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
I loved having you on.
Thanks for having me.
It was great chatting with you.
Yeah, always good.
I appreciate you coming short notice. You're an easy person to get a hold of because
I am.
you don't have a wife and kids.
I have a cat, and
you have a cat.
And
you have a cool work schedule.
I do, a couple weeks at a time. So
yeah, which I kind of like that. 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off.
The 2 weeks on is tough.
I'm sure it is. Yeah,
but get used to it.
Yeah,
get used to it.
I thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
I love you. We'll go drinking soon.
It's on you this time, right?
Visit me at bigbadlistingdaddy.com.
That's right.
Call me whenever. Thanks.
Thank
Have a good
you.
one.